Welcome to my channel, The Circle. Please subscribe to see entertainment and lifestyle updates. Avatar: The Last Airbender is overrated. Avatar: The Last Airbender is everything that's disappointing about Netflix's live-action cartoon shows. Avatar: The Last Airbender is everything that's disappointing about Netflix's live-action animated series. Nickelodeon's Avatar: The Last Airbender set a new standard in children's television, with its emphasis on thoughtful character development and exploration of difficult themes such as genocide. But despite its tonal maturity, Avatar remains an animated film that seeks to leverage the strengths of the animated film medium to entertain audiences and co-creators Michael Dante DiMartino. And it was perfect for bringing to life the magical world dreamed up by Brian Konietzko. Watching Netflix's new live-action Avatar series from executive producers Albert Kim and Dan Lin, it's clear everyone involved with the show wants to be more than its infamously whitewashed cinematic predecessor, and in some cases, it succeeds. But for all of that good intention, the new Avatar is another example of Netflix turning a beloved animated property into something that feels deeply at odds with what people loved about the original. Set in a world that's been torn apart by war, Avatar tells the story of how a trio of children is pulled together by Fati to topple a fascist empire. After years of living in terror of the pyrokinetic Fear Nation, it's hard for members of the planet's other elemental societies to see Fire Lord Ozai, Daniel Dae Kim, as anything but a monster. Fear of the Fire Nation is what keeps the two polar water tribes from straying beyond their borders, and it's because of lethal raids led by Ozai's brother Iroh, Paul Sun Hyung Lee, that the Earth Kingdom is always on high alert. However, the biggest reason why no one dares to challenge Ozai's supremacy or openly rally resistance is that everyone remembers how the war began with the Fire Nation almost completely annihilating the air nomads. Because it is. These details were important to understanding the original Avatar story. But the Netflix series presents it in a way that immediately shows how dark it is in comparison. In addition to a very nifty-looking chocobo-like creature, explosive bending skills are one of the first things seen in the new Avatar, which begins with an action-packed action sequence set in the past. It's a great testament to the energy his VFX and choreography teams on the show put into portraying Avatar's different bending styles as different balances between martial arts and elemental magic. As cool as it is to see earthbenders shooting pebbles like bullets and firebenders burning things with their bare hands, Avatar brings these images to the forefront early on, was used by air nomads to explain how little hope they had of surviving a fire. A temple, high up in the mountain. All this helps the young airbender Anne, Gordon Cormier, the newest Avatar who can bend all four elements, make sense of the tragic situation in which he becomes the sole survivor of his people. It helps, but there's also a serious tone to this series. As Avatar unfolds its larger story, it's going to have a hard time shaking it all up. The series gets a little more lighthearted as it moves forward 100 years, with the focus shifting to the Southern Water Tribe and the brother-sister duo Sokka, Ian Owsley, and Katara, Kiawentio. Similar to the animated series, Sokka is a well-meaning but stubborn teenager who clings to tradition to cope with the loss of his mother, and Katara is a promising waterbender but lives in a village with no one to support her. He will give you the perfect guidance while making you feel suffocated. Skill. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget about subscribe.